Hello, this is Blue Star, Defender of Equestria, and this is my next Comrade video, episode 22 of Season 4. See, I actually did check the listing this time because, last week there was no episode, or at least there appeared to be, but now the listing says this is episode 23. Either I missed an episode, or or it was a typo. And by the way, I did not check the episode title, because I hate spoilers. I hate spoilers. In fact, I just saw part of a promo for, I think, basically the end of the season promo, or whatever like that. So, I started watching it, and I realized, no, I don't want to watch this. I'll find out soon enough. But there were a couple cool things I saw at the very beginning. I'll give you a hint. They involve shining armor. Oh, yeah, so, oh, dear. So, finally got out a review of the previous episode and the Wonderbolts, yo! Again, I don't really know if I'm going to continue to do reviews on a weekly basis. Just takes so much time to do them and stuff, so, that was fortunately last week. It's like, oh, I kind of got a week off, but then I decided to do 2 videos. So, hopefully I am no longer behind, and in fact, on this sort of on schedule sort of thing. I don't know. Anyway, so dear, oh dear, it's like dear. Just a minute, I don't know what again, as I'm going through this, I'm kind of experimenting and still working this out. For example, you know, it's like waiting for the episode to come on, but I don't know what else to say for now, I guess. But then, oh, the end is nigh! Repent! Repent! There's something like, you know, 4 episodes left. Oh, there's only 4 episodes left of the season. That's just kind of sad, but also kind of cool, too. Oh dear. A lot to think about. I mean, a lot to think about, and a lot to look forward to. I know, again, there's one thing I know is going to be coming, in the future because of that promo. It wasn't a big surprise. It's going to be finally nice to see it come to fruition and stuff like that. Again, I have a feeling you might know what I'm talking about, but we shall know. Dear, oh dear. Oh, yes, I'm actually watching the last bits of the last episode, so it's like seeing Rainbow Dash passing her test. Yay! Okay, that was so nice. Ponyville came to help Rainbow Dash pass a test. That was awesome. That's what's so cool about Ponyville and Equestria. Ah, no, I will not watch this promo. I will not watch this promo, but you know what? I'm gonna start it anyway. 4, 3, 2, 1, start. It's like, start it, no matter where I look. I can look over here.
Right here, only on the Hub Network.
It's like, I have to look at this promo unless I look over there. I want to be surprised, everything, so. Ooh, back here again. Oh, for a minute, I thought, please don't be a rerun.
Best day ever! We're all going to the Rainbow Falls Traders Exchange!
What? Okay.
Not just going, we're accompanying a princess on an official royal duty!
Ooh.
Please, it's not that big of a deal. There always has to be
Whoa.
a princess at the exchange. Last year was Princess Cadence. This year it's me. It's just a formality.
It's a dark, scary
I'm
cave.
sure none of the other ponies will even notice I'm here.
Look over there, the princess. This is amazing.
Could be wrong, but I think they might have noticed.
I think they did. It's like, I'm okay, yeah. Hi.
My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat. And
Yes.
makes it all complete. You have fun. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Oh. It's all her fault. Okay, there we go. All right, so, what's this? Oh, some stupid sing-along thing. Okay, whatever. Oh dear. So yes. Ooh, that was short. That was nice. Oh dear. So this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be a very interesting episode because yeah, it appears that Yeah, Twilight's gonna finally be kind of, in a way, behaving like a princess, and that, you know, she's gonna get the attention in a way that she deserves as a princess. And in a way, I mean, that's obviously been a great debate. It's like, Twilight's this princess now, but it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. It's like, nobody seems to care. And, well, I think that's a great debate. I almost want to make a video on that. Twilight... I mean, Twilight, this is a big change for her. She's gone from being this relatively humble pony to all of a sudden being thrust into being a princess and having all these responsibilities and having all these people worship her and everything like that. Well, not quite worship, but you know what I mean. And that's a big change for Twilight. I was like, ugh. Her reaction was pretty telling. It's like, ugh, all these ponies, wow, all these ponies came to see me, wow. And stuff, and that's interesting. It's nice to be back at Rainbow Falls again. It's not a surprise in a way, because, you know, it's like, usually when you make a location like this, you usually don't just use it once. That's just the way animation works. But yeah, it's cool to be back here. It's cool to see Twilight be in official duties and everything. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to explore what are the duties of a princess. I mean, again, that's the thing I like about MlP, is that being a princess isn't just, you know, it's not simply a title. It does actually come with responsibilities and things and jobs and roles and things you actually have, that princesses simply have things to do. They have to lead, they have to be responsible and all that. And that's cool. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So yes. Oh, I'm running out of things to say. Please end credits, please. I mean, commercials, please end. Yes! I'm saved! I've seen that shot already. Ooh, hello there. It's a bunny with a bow and arrow.
Oh my goodness! You said it! The Rainbow Falls Traders Exchange is simply divine. You can get anything you want here.
Oh, that's nice.
If you got the goods to trade for it.
Aww. What's that? Nice save.
Thanks, Twilight.
Trade ya.
One ding, nick, or dent, and this Power Ponies comic book wouldn't be in perfect mint condition anymore. And if you want to trade for a mint comic, you gotta have a mint comic.
Interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, hi, me. Poor
Guess a
Twilight.
pony who's here on official princess business has to expect a little fussing.
I'll be a
What
little.
all I'm supposed to do is settle disagreements over whether a trade is fair or not.
Uh-oh.
And since the rule is that a trade is fair as long as both ponies get what they want, there's never been a disagreement. So there's really no
Interesting.
reason for any pony to treat me as anything special.
Uh-oh. Who are you?
Hi, can I help you?
Autograph.
There's a pony here who's got a signed first edition of Daring Do and the Quest of the Sapphire Statue, and I'm gonna get it.
I've been able to get first editions of all the Daring Do books, except this one.
No pony's ever put together a whole set, and I'm gonna be the first.
Yeah.
If it hasn't been traded yet.
Aw.
It's the only one in all of Equestria.
Oh, no.
Bummer.
I'd really
what?
hate to see you disappointed. I did want to trade this bear call I brought for a bird whistle.
Uh-oh.
But getting that book seems so important to you. So if you need me to help you first...
Normally I'd say I don't need any help, but you're right. This is really important.
Ooh.
I gotta get that book.
Interesting. Hey.
Well, I'm off to take a gander at some of the vintage stalls.
Did you say vintage?
Vintage?
What old and rare items are so in style right now? I'm hoping to get a vintage item as well. I just hope I brought enough to trade.
I know what you mean, Rarity. Hey, why don't we pool our trade stashes?
Detecting a trend.
That way, if one of us finds something real valuable she can't live without,
She'll definitely be able to get it. Who could say no to exchanging a single object for such a huge assortment of items? Oh yes, that is absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad I have a friend like you, Applejack.
Yay.
I feel the same way.
Uh-oh.
Then
I
let's go
sense
shopping.
trouble. Every time someone talks like that, it always means a major crisis in the future.
Shouldn't your princessness be heading to the royal box seats?
I may be the princess on duty, but I don't think that means I have to sit up there all alone doing nothing. Ever since I became a princess, Celestia's been sending me more books to read than ever. The library's overflowing,
Oh,
so
dear.
I figured while we're here, I might as well trade away some books I don't need anymore.
Wait a minute.
There it is! The first edition of Daring Do and the Sapphire Statue! It hasn't been traded yet! Lucky for you, because I brought my most valuable possession to trade for it. My lucky horseshoe.
I don't want it.
What?
It's just a rusty old horseshoe. That's not worth anything to me.
But
She's got a point.
how is Rainbow Dash gonna get the book she really wants?
Well, she's not.
Ouch.
Unless
Rainbow Dash is dead. Oh.
she can get me that.
What the? Is it a two-headed dog? Ooh.
Oh, an Orthros. How cute.
In a deadly kind of
The pony
way.
running the ancient beast stall doesn't want anything I got. But if you can get me the Orthros, I'll trade you the book for it.
You got it!
Uh-oh.
I don't know how, but somehow we're gonna get that Orthros.
I sense things are gonna get complicated. So, get a notebook and take notes.
Oh, Applejack, I am so glad I found you.
Me too. You're not gonna believe it. I found a super valuable vintage item I just have to have, and all it's gonna cost is all our stuff.
Bummer.
Uh-oh.
I sense a conflict. Hey! How dare you spring a commercial on me like that? Uh-oh. Obviously, it's like now, it's like we're gonna, obviously, everybody's gonna want something, but to get it, they're gonna have to trade, like, all their stuff, or I have to trade this to get this, and that, and that, and that. Uh-oh, it'll be interesting. Oh, no. Oh, dear. I was still not allowed to comment on. I couldn't help but notice that pony at the... Nah, I think I'm just seeing things. There's like that purple pony in the background with the yellow eyes for some reason. Reminded me of Derpy for some reason, but yeah, I think I'm just seeing things. And unfortunately, there's not a lot to talk about on this one. There's like, because the big crisis is not really yet... has not yet come upon us just yet. It's coming. It's coming. I mean, it's sort of... It's being introduced right now. Because, yeah, like... Oh, poor Rainbow Dash. It's like, I have my most valuable thing. It's my lucky horseshoe. It means a lot to me, but sadly doesn't mean anything for that, the pony with the book. So it's like, what do I do? Oh, poor Rainbow Dash. It's an interesting thing there. As long as the, I could see this causing a lot of trouble. You know, it's like, as long as both parties agree that what they're trading is fair, that's a fair trade. I don't see how you can meter. I mean, if that's... How can you moderate that? I mean, if it's up to... Because it's like, you know, if I think this isn't fair, even though maybe Princess Twilight might think it's a fair trade, I don't think it's a fair trade. Well, what then, you know? What's Princess Twilight gonna do? Override them? I don't know. It's like, you must take this trade or make this trade? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Again, you know, there's like, oh, dang it! What is it with? It's like, unfortunately, I saw like a commercial for like dentist implants. It's like, what is it with this channel and mouths and teeth? Oh, knock it off! Oh man. Oh, why does the universe hate me? No, just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, it's like, yeah, that monster, oh man. I'm gonna have to start reading up on Greek mythology or weird monsters or something. Like, I've never heard of these creatures. It's like, I've heard of Cerberus, the three-headed dog, but not a two-headed dog. It's like, that thing is scary. Anyway, back to the show.
So, where is this valuable vintage item you want to trade everything we have for?
There.
It's a rusty old pan.
Right there.
Focus.
But that's a dented old pie tin.
A dented vintage pie tin. The metal they used to fashion this one helps cook the pies up to 5 seconds faster. They don't make them like this anymore.
I am so glad you showed that to me, darling.
Hey!
Just see what I found. You won't want to waste our trade goods on that.
Aww.
Just look at this gorgeous vintage brooch. It's one of a kind.
Pretty.
It looks exactly like the one you're already wearing.
Yes, they may look the same, but I know it's older, and that's what makes it so much more divine.
Interesting.
But that doesn't make a lick of sense. Why, I wager if I switched them up, you wouldn't even know the difference.
Oh, don't be silly. Of course I would.
Yeah, right. Uh-oh. Hey, wait a minute. Uh-oh. This is gonna be an issue.
So which is the vintage one?
That one, of course.
Ha! You're bluffing.
Am I?
How
can you tell?
Well, because... I can't. Because the one you want to waste our whole stash on is exactly the same as the one you already got. There's no way any pony would notice the difference.
I hope the person who owns it
I'd
will.
say it's a lot more likely they'd notice that than some dented tin that cooked a pie a whole 2 seconds faster.
It's 5 seconds faster.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It broke the chain. We're... Ow! Oh, of course.
Such a good two-headed boy. Yes, you are.
Stop that! Come on!
Ugh.
You start now too!
Oh my gosh. That guy's mean
I
looking.
can see you're busy, so I'll give it to you straight. I need to trade this horseshoe for... that.
No way.
Nope!
Bummer.
Down, boy! Watch out for the lamp!
Watch out for the... Oh dear.
Well, I could use another lamp.
Oh no!
Stand filled with Discord-shaped lamps? Seriously?
Is Discord back there?
You have everything at the Trader's Exchange. Will you trade a lamp for my horseshoe so I can trade it for an Orthros and get my book?
No,
Wait a minute.
but I'd trade it for an antique chicken.
Great! What's an antique chicken?
What?
Oh, I
What?
got all kinds of antique chicken statues. I got your blue hen, speckled grays, your...
Okay, cool. So, will you trade one for a horseshoe so I can trade it for a lamp and then trade it for an Orthros so I can get my book?
Told you things were gonna get complicated.
Well, let me think. No.
Bummer.
But I'd gladly trade one of my chickens for a crystal chalice.
Hang on a second. We need a crystal chalice to trade for a chicken, to trade for a lamp, to trade for an Orthros. So, what are you willing to trade for? I'm guessing it's gotta be some crazy thing way across the exchange.
Actually, I could use a slightly rusty old horseshoe.
Yeah, but where am I gonna find
wait a
it?
minute.
Wait, I got one of those!
Well, that was
Sorry,
convenient.
Crystal Chalice, this is gonna be a cinch! Do you really think so? All we gotta do is bring this thing to the chicken stand, and we are...
Well, that was unexpected. Oh.
You want me to trade all my books for a broken pen? Alright, fine.
What?
You got yourself a deal.
What?
What are you doing?
I was trying to get rid of all the books I don't need anymore.
Oh,
For that? Do you really want that?
not really.
Well, not really, but I'm running out of library space, so...
Oh my gosh! I can't believe that almost happened, but luckily it didn't happen, thanks to me.
What are you talking about?
According to the rules of the exchange, a trade is only fair if both ponies end up with something they want. You can't break the rules!
Oh,
Did any pony see you do it? I don't think any pony saw.
I won't tell anyone.
You're not gonna say anything, are you?
Yeah.
Haha, just kidding. Or am I? Sometimes I can't even tell.
I'm running out of here.
You know, if you want to go check out the rest of the exchange and trade whatever you brought...
Nope, I just came to Pony Watch. I'm not
Oh.
going anywhere. I won't let you make a mistake like that again.
Oh, that was a nice try, Twilight, but... Uh-oh.
Hey, every pony, step right up. Do not walk. Gallop over here for your chance to trade for authentic, one-of-a-kind, official princess.
Ooh, a crystal pony.
Yes.
Ah.
Well, that took
Ah!
forever.
What
I
did you
just
do
hope
to
it looks
yourself,
okay.
Rainbow? Ugh. I don't think it's in one piece.
This is perfect!
Oh.
Perfect for the broken chalice mosaic I'm making.
Ugh.
Alright, so what kind of antique chicken do you want? I got speckled, brown,
That's
gray,
weird.
Oh no!
ochre,
The pony we're supposed to trade the chicken statue to didn't tell us what kind he wanted. Okay, look, I'm fast. I'll fly over to the lampstand and find out what kind of chicken he wants. Just don't let any pony trade for any chicken while I'm gone, okay?
Uh-oh, I sense a dilemma.
Okay, I can do that.
You mean like him?
I think. Well, maybe you shouldn't get one of those.
Arr.
You know, unless you really want to.
Oh, poor Fluttershy.
Beat it!
Hey, that wasn't very
You
nice.
go. I'll stay here. Well, since we can't both get what we want, I'm
Fluttershy.
your best friend. You take our trade goods and get what you want.
Aw.
I'm an amazing friend. So even though it's for something that don't seem valuable at all, you take our stash.
How dare you
Interesting.
let me get what I want? What kind of friend do you think I am? You're going to get what
Uh-oh,
you
it's one of these
want.
kind of
No,
arguments.
you are.
No, you are.
Oh. Ooh.
Hello?
That was clever.
We got the kind of chicken you asked for. Hello?
Uh-oh.
Where's the pony running this joint? On break? Ugh. These books make Twilight the princess she is. Before that, she was nothing.
Ooh.
That's zero. Hey! These books and voila!
Ah!
Princess!
Hey.
Start the bidding.
Hey, that's dishonest. Ooh, the Crystal Empire Snow Globe.
Pinky, I appreciate your help and all, but I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this. No pony should trade for my books just because I'm a princess.
Aw.
I'm not better than any pony else.
That was...
I know you're not better than every pony. Just leave this to me.
Ah!
Did you mention that Princess Twilight got these books from Princess Celestia?
Whoa, wait. You don't mean...
Oh, that's right.
Hey, you have 2 crowns. Poor Twilight. Poor Twilight. Interesting.
There he is.
Interesting.
Look,
Is this a
I know
disabled
it's
pony?
your break and all, but you've got to open your stand so we can trade you for a lamp.
Sorry, girls. Been trading all day. My belly's telling me it's time to eat a note burger.
Oh, come on, please. Pretty, please.
Sorry. Belly says no.
But the exchange ends at sundown.
No.
Bummer. Uh-oh.
I've got an idea. Next.
Hey, what are you ponies doing in my stand? Ah! Yikes. Hey, they didn't pay first.
Next.
I think. Oh no.
Next. Next. Next.
Uh-oh. This could be an issue. Or not. Yay! I got a lamp.
We're home free.
I have a feeling that... Ew.
As long as this thing doesn't drown us in slobber.
Ew, that's a disgusting
he's
thought.
just an affectionate little two-headed fellow, aren't you, little boy?
Yeah.
No, I insist. You go fetch what you want. Cause that's the kind of tried and true friend I am.
Okay, this is getting a little tiresome.
I am way too generous to let you outfriend me like that.
Interesting. Uh-oh. Ew, that's just creepy. Let me guess. Oh, poor girl.
We gotta hurry.
Out of my way! It's like,
We're never gonna get to the Daring Do stand through this crowd in time.
you know you can fly, right? Uh-oh. That sounds like a really... okay. I was gonna...
Come on.
Is she gonna summon a bear? Oh dear. Oh no!
My bear call.
Oh.
We gotta go.
Of course, it's just a bear call. There's nothing I could have traded it for that's more valuable to me than you.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, the exchange is almost over, but we did it. We traded a crystal chalice for an antique chicken,
And the chicken for a lamb.
and the lamp for an orthros, just like you asked. So here you go. Now, where's my book?
Yeah, you know, the thing is, I don't want an Orthros anymore.
Bummer. Oh.
What do we do now?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think Rainbow Dash really is dead this time. Oh. I didn't see that one coming in a way, but oh man. Oh no, must not watch this promo. Oh dear, so I have to look over, I will have to look over here. Oh no. Is it over yet? Okay. I think I'll have to watch the promo eventually, but not today. But anyway, so interesting. I must admit the thing with Applejack and Rarity is getting kind of tiresome. And it's like, but it's interesting in a way that that yeah, it's the opposite of a normal fight. Just like instead of being selfish, they're being overly generous or something. But interestingly, we've in a way seen this plot before. It's like, you know, it's like you can only pick one. Who wins? You know. Oh dear. I hope the jeweler or whatever it is, the pony who owns the brooch, I hope that they gave them the antique one and not the newer one. Uh-oh, maybe that'll come back to haunt them or something at the end of the episode or something, I don't know. But so what do I think about this episode so far? Interesting. It's like, I don't know. Brain's not functioning so well right now, I think. I don't know. There's actually a lot going on in this episode. I think overall, I think it's okay so far. I think it's okay. I mean, it's somebody must have been listening to AMY, or the people who said, "Oh, we want to see disabled ponies," because it appears the pony with the black and purple mane. Interesting color choices by itself. He appears to be disabled, which interesting. I mean, that's a side thing that I like is, you know, is that they. Yeah, when ponies make technology, they make technology that makes sense to them. It's like they didn't try to put him in a human wheelchair. They made something that kind of made sense that if a pony was going to make this, that would work for them and stuff like that. And that's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, I have to look at that. I mean, in a way, it looks like he's sort of standing on his rear legs or something like that. But, again, as an engineer, unfortunately, my engineer part of me is taking over and trying to think, would that really work or not? I'm trying to understand that. Because, again, I like that aspect. Like, for example, when they made umbrellas, they made them with, like, the little things on their heads, which makes sense or anything like that. So anyway, back to the episode. And I don't know if that was an interesting tangent or not.
Oh, goodness.
Ew.
Oh, goodness.
That would be scary to wake up to that. Covered in slobber.
Hey! You said you wanted an Orthros!
I've been watching that thing over in the Ancient Beast booth. It's crazy! I don't want one in my house!
Uh-oh. I don't think you should have said that.
You just have to know how to treat them. With a little patient training and a big slobber mop, it can be a wonderful household pet.
Really? Oh, that's nice.
All right. Yeah, I'll train you.
Yes!
Come on. Uh-oh.
If she comes and stays with us in Manhattan until it's trained.
Gosh.
Ouch.
Training an Orthros takes a long time. I'll probably be gone from Ponyville for I don't even know how many moons.
Oh no! Pay attention, Rainbow Dash. Pay attention.
That is what you really want.
Oh.
So we got a fair deal?
Of course it's a deal! Yeah!
Oh my god. Whoa.
I did it! I did it! Fluttershy, can you believe it?
You might have noticed that Fluttershy's leaving. No!
Oh no! What did I do?
No!
Who's got something valuable enough to trade for Princess Twilight? Princess!
It's like the entire, all the ponies.
Did I say princess?
Over here! Over here!
Wait.
Come on! These are the books the princess
Oh,
would
come
sell
on!
with all right, with
I was
nothing
gonna say
to
Twilight.
sell, but the light of her own horn.
Oh, come on.
Ooh, now that looks fun.
What's that?
Open it up. These are the books that made Twilight the princess she
Come on,
is.
Pinkie Pie, get with it.
So who's got what it takes to trade for them?
Oh, when you put it like that.
I'm going home.
Wait, stop! These books aren't that great.
Oh, yes, they are.
But I thought you wanted to get rid of them.
None of those ponies had anything valuable enough to trade for my books. Not because these books belong to a princess, but because they help make me who I am. Just like you said.
Ooh.
This is the one I was so absorbed in the day Spike decided he owed Applejack a life debt. And this one reminds me of the day I got it, which was the day I met you. I may not ever need to read these again, but that doesn't mean they don't have value.
Ooh.
I realize that now.
Cool.
Thanks to you, Pinky.
I told you I'd take care of everything.
No!
I need you to say a trade wasn't fair. Fast!
Yeah, you could just go to her.
I've heard what you both have to say, and I'm sorry, Rainbow Dash, but my hooves are tied. You said it was a fair trade.
Hello? Whoa.
Yeah, I said it, but I was wrong. I did want that book. A lot. I said I wanted it more than anything in all of Equestria.
Aw.
But there's no thing that's worth as much to me as a friend.
Yes!
I might have forgotten that for a little bit, but it's true. Which means there's no way this trade can be fair.
Oh, come on, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Okay, the trade's off.
Aw. Yay! I don't get the book I want, but I keep my friend. Yay! Ah! And a monster dog.
And with that, I declare this trial and this year's Rainbow Falls Traders Exchange over.
Oh, thank goodness! Wait, shouldn't Rainbow Dash be depressed? I'm sure it's coming. Wait a minute. Interesting.
I know it's not the pie tin you were after, but I hope you like it. It's the rustiest piece of junk I could get.
Well, I took my half of our stash and got you this.
Oh.
And I know you're gonna love it, because you already have a bunch of ones that look exactly the same sitting in the drawer doing nothing. So that should settle it once and for all. Which of us is the better friend?
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on! You both gave up what you wanted to do something for each other. That's the coolest thing a friend can do.
I know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where's your double doggy? I traded it for something way better.
Ah, good one.
Well, what do you know? My copy of Daring Do and the Sapphire Statue. It's just a beat-up old paperback, not a one-of-a-kind first edition.
Even better! Because I can read this one with all my friends.
Oh, it's so touching. Yes! Ah, so...
Saturdays on the Hub Network.
Interesting.
Sabrina is...
Well, the bad news is it appears my capture program jammed. The good news is it jammed at exactly at the end of the credits. Sorry. It's like, sorry, DHX. It's like, I always do like to give them their 30 seconds of recognition, even though, yeah, you probably can't read their credits anyway. But anyway, ooh, that was a good one. And I think I believe by a new writer. I'd say I really should get in the habit of learning about the writers, who they are, what they do, and stuff. But, and by the way, I hope you can't hear that lawnmower in the background. Oh, dear. Anyway, so, yeah, this was a good one. I mean, this is a good one. I mean, it's a little preachy. It's a little heavy towards the end. You know, or heavy-handed, I think is the better thing. It's like, but it's so touching. It's like, I'm glad that Rainbow Dash is not depressed about, you know, not getting the book that she really wanted. And, I was, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to think about in this one. There's a lot to think about, I think. Because, again, there was a lot going on, and there were some interesting new things. I mean, we did get to go back to Rainbow Falls. We got to see this trading thing. We got to see a lot more background ponies and, like, new ponies. And, again, the disabled pony was an interesting thing. I think, yeah, the comic book stand was kind of interesting because, like, we could see, I think, what appears to be some sort of flame-inspired character or something. My brain is not functioning very well, and I couldn't focus, I think. But there's a lot of things to stop and look at, I think, in this one, and that's cool. And I also kind of liked how they, when Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash are, like, I think going back and forth between getting what was it, the antique chicken or whatever like that, we could see that while they're doing this, while Applejack and Rarity are having their fight back and forth, and they're in the background just going zoom, zoom, zoom. I thought that was a clever way of doing that. So this is actually happening in real time, and that was almost in a way another clever way of dealing with, in a way, quote unquote, exposition or whatever you'd want to call it. You know, of showing that they're taking care of this while this fight is going on and stuff like that. And I like that. That was kind of clever. Again, I think this was a new writer, and if so, he he did a really good job on this one. He nailed the style and everything and the morals of the show perfectly, but it was still kind of enjoyable and fun. This feels like, I mean, my problem with a lot of season 4 episodes, in a way, I was gonna say they don't feel like traditional episodes of MLP, because a lot of things, as I've said, a lot of things are changing. Things are simply not the same anymore. They're not the way that they were. I mean, certainly in this episode, again, you know, Princess Twilight she's a princess now. A lot of things have changed. You know, if Twilight had gone to this as just Twilight, as like season 2 or 3 Twilight, she would have just been another pony. But here she's a princess. Here she's in charge. She has to make decisions like this. She has to mediate and stuff for her friends. I mean, again, with that seems odd. I mean, it's sort of like, well, what can Twilight do? It's sort of like if I could decide, you know, this pen is worth 50 pounds of diamonds if I say this is a fair trade. You know, it's like, and who's Twilight to say otherwise? You know, they agree that's a fair trade. It's a fair trade. What is Twilight gonna do? Well, anyway, yeah, like Pinkie Pie, you know, at the beginning, it's like Twilight was gonna trade all her books for a broken pen. I like that. There's a lot in this episode. Like I'm in my usual way bouncing around and things, and I try to avoid that when I can. But yeah, I mean, like that was an interesting sub lesson that, you know, actually, in a way, that was the main lesson, in a way, that, you know, this thing which you don't think is valuable, like a rusty old pan, has no value for most people, but to Applejack it is important to her. It means something to her, because it's like, it's just because it's old fashioned and because it works 5 seconds better because of the metal it's made out of. So interesting. Why did they stop making that metal? Interesting. But anyway, again, it's like, I'm gonna try my best to focus and stay on topic and everything. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, again, they had some interesting sub-lessons, like, again, like Rarity and her brooch is like, this brooch looks exactly like this brooch. You can't tell the difference. An antique dealer might be able to tell you. It's like, look on the back and like, okay, this is older. This is an older one, but regardless, it's they're the same. But the older one has more value for Rarity simply because it's old. And I think maybe they're commenting on that. It's like, okay, this one's older. This one looks exactly the same. It might even be exactly the same, but this one is worth more. But if you had either, would it really matter? It's like, you know, I think, and ultimately the lesson here is that, you know, the value of something is, in a way, subjective, that it depends upon how you value something. I can't help but think, like, this thing is worth, you know, this thing is worth quite a lot to me, simply because I built it myself. I mean, I simply built this thing myself, so it has great value to me. And obviously now that I use it a lot in my videos now, and I just have it standing by, that, but in material value, it's really not worth, it's like, well, actually, it's kind of worth quite a bit, because it spent, you know, I bought a lot of materials and stuff for it, and how would you place a value on that, you know, and stuff like that? It's like, it's worth a lot to me, but to somebody else it may not. It's just a bunch of pipe or something. But yeah, I would never sell that. I would never sell that unless I really had to or something, because it's like all the time I put into designing it, making it, and quote unquote perfecting it in a way. It's like I would probably never sell that. Unless I finally get around to making a new one. But even so, I mean, I'm going off track here, but in a way that was sort of like, you know, it's like that value of that, there's no way, I'm losing my mind. I can't think of that, but that was the ultimate lesson. I mean, I was trying to use that as a good example, but I think I failed. But yeah, I mean, the value of something is really determined by that person, you know. It doesn't matter. Maybe this broken pen means more to you than anything else. I don't know. It's like, oh, there was an interesting episode of what is it? Oh darn, I forgot the name of the series, but it was a Dr. Seuss series, and the story was basically they were gonna bring a princess like in this box that had like gems and priceless things, and along the journey they have to keep using them to get themselves out of jam. And when they finally go to meet the princess, all they have is the box, and like the person is walking up to the princess like, trying to figure out what to say to the princess, and then it's like to explain to her, we had all these cool things for you, but we've lost them all. And then the princess says, where did you get that box? And she's like, this is the most valuable thing ever. And then she explains that this was like the box she had when she was like a child, and she kept all her important things in there, and it means more to her than anything that was originally in that box. So they fail and they succeed at the same time, and that was a much better example of, I think, the lesson that they're trying to get here. That's what I liked about Twilight's thing, is that hers was in a way the most surprising in a way, because yeah, she's trying to get rid of all these books. Oh, by the way, they're not her books to begin with. They're technically Ponyville's books. She may live in the library, but technically the books aren't hers. They're Ponyville's. But oh well, I mean, that's a technicality, but still. Oh dear. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, those books have more value to Twilight because, yeah, at first I thought Pinkie Pie is just simply trying to sell the books by saying, these are the books that made Princess Twilight who she is. And I thought, no, okay, she's just trying to sell that these are the property of a princess, and therefore they're worth a whole lot. Again, that's interesting sub-lessons there. It's like, no, I am being drawn off track again. Darn it. But yeah, I thought that I almost dismissed that, but then Twilight's like, yeah, you're right, Pinkie Pie. It's like, these books have made me what I am. So, you know what? I don't want to get rid of them after all. And that's true. I mean, yeah, sometimes, we hang on to, I hang on to things simply because, in a way, I don't want to let this go. It's like, this means something to me. It's like, it may be worthless to a lot of other people, but it means something to me and stuff like that. No, I'm not going to go there. Okay, I'll say this. It's like, I keep a lot of my old agendas from high school because I drew lots of little pictures of starfighters and some of my own ships for my own alternate universe, Star Wars-y Galaxy at War kind of thing, and there's sentimental value there, so I keep them. It's like, in a way I shouldn't, because there's nothing else. There's no reason to keep them and stuff, but they're cool to me. And obviously it's sort of linked back to my high school days and stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely a lot to think about. I may do an afterthought review on this one, but I shouldn't do that because I'm going to get myself into trouble. But I have a feeling I will find a lot of other things to talk about in this episode. But anyway, so overall, I think this episode was very good. I mean, it's a little... it's busy and also kind of boring at the same time because there's a lot going on, but sometimes it's like, I'm bored, we move on? Like, in a way, I don't really care about Rarity and Applejack's argument, because it's like, it's funny, but it's also like, okay, I get this. This is, okay, they're arguing. I'm glad that they're arguing about who's more generous and everything like that, rather than, no, I want this, or I want, it's like, oh, you should give your lousy friend. It's like, no, it's like, who's the better friend? I mean, in a way, that's just as bad, in a way, but yeah, after a while, it just gets kind of, I mean, it gets kind of tiresome, and I'm like, can we move on now? I mean, I'm glad that, it's not mean fighting. It's okay. I think it's kind of slightly difficult, but not hard and stuff. And I think that might be the thing that describes this episode. There are times when it's a little difficult. It's like, there's a monster, it's really scary. That dog is scary. But I like that they were obviously trying to make the monster a little bit scary. I mean, it's not really a monster. Oh yeah. I mean, that was. I'm not succeeding in staying focused. Unfortunately, I'm failing. Because, unfortunately, this is the way my mind works. It's like, I just go and get dragged off onto things and stuff like that. Oh, there's so many things to think about. Like Rainbow Dash, and because there was a lot of different sub-story. I think there were 3 main sub-stories going on. Obviously, Twilight, Pinkie Pie. Yeah, that's not surprising. There's 6, and they both... 2 of them are sort of involved in each one of these little subplots. Yeah, obviously Pinkie Pie and Twilight with her books, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy with the whole daring do thing, and ultimately the bird call, and obviously Rarity and Applejack with the with their whole thing as well. So in a way, that was actually good when I think about it, because yeah, it gives each of the main 6 something to do. But it doesn't, because the trouble with having 6 main characters and trying to involve them all in a story is that, it's like, it's hard for all the characters to contribute in some kind of meaningful way. So to have have 3 of these plots going on at the same time gives each of the characters something more to focus on, and I thought that was actually good. I mean, it does make this episode kind of busy because, like, you keep switching between the plots. I mean, obviously, I think our main focus is on Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy. Secondary is Rarity and Applejack, and I think the third is the least is Twilight and Pinkie Pie. But again, I don't really know if that's true or not. But yeah, I mean, I like that Rainbow Dash did not get what, I mean, anyway, none of the main six got exactly what they wanted. I think except for Fluttershy, because I think I think Fluttershy and Spike were the only ones who got exactly what they wanted. Everybody else, everybody else, sort of got what they wanted, but not really. It's like, yeah, like Rainbow Dash got an old edition of Daring Do, but it wasn't like the first limited edition. It's like, oh yeah, I was thinking that. Didn't they say there was only one made? That makes no sense. I mean, the first edition, doesn't that just simply mean, you know, the first time they printed it, you know, there'd be a lot more than one? I must have been, if I had a limited edition, this was the only copy of this book, you know, I would, you know, if this is like the very first copy of the book, I don't think I'd trade that for just about anything. But oh well, whatever. Getting pulled off topic again. I can't do this any longer. I guess this is what happens when I take a week off. I forget how to do this. I was thinking, which button should I press? No, not really. I was going to do a bit at the beginning. Like, wait, how do I do this? Do I push this button or that one? I'm losing my mind again. Oh. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm almost certainly going to have to stop and think about this episode and watch it a lot. And really stop and think about it. And I do like the episodes where they give you these things in the background, like the disabled pony and the comic book stand. It's like, if you care about these things, you can stop, look at them, and analyze them. But if you don't care, we're not going to fix your attention there and force you to look at that. Or if you don't care, then you don't care. Maybe you don't care. Maybe people don't care about disabled ponies. And if you don't care, fine. It's like, oh, it's a disabled pony. Oh, okay, fine. I liked that. I mean, that's what I liked about the previous episode. The previous episode had a lot of backstory to the Wonder Bolts, but because of what's going on with Rainbow Dash and Co., if you really don't care, you can just be entertained by them and just enjoy it and stuff. And even when the other scenes, it's like there's still things there that if you don't care about this, you can still enjoy it, and that's cool. And I think they did a very good job in this episode, because it is a little busy because there's so much going on, and it can be kind of hard to follow a little bit, and you know, jumping between these three sub-stories can be difficult. But I think this was definitely the way to go with this, because it got all the main six involved, and they were all involved in meaningful ways, and they gave them something each to focus on. You know, they had their own issues to deal with. And I did like the resolution with Fluttershy. It's like she got exactly what she wanted. It's like, you know. And she was that was interesting in itself, that, you know, Fluttershy has been giving all day, and you would think that, oh, poor Fluttershy. I mean, she's willing to go to Manhattan just to get Rainbow Dash this book, and you'd think that in a way Fluttershy should be upset that, you know, she's not getting anything out of this. It's like she just wanted the bird call, which I'm sure she would have been able to get if she had been able to trade her bear call for something else, for the bird call. And, you know, it's like, you'd think that, you know, it's like Fluttershy must be thinking, oh, man, in a way, well, I've done all this for Rainbow Dash, but what have I gotten out of this? No, Fluttershy doesn't think that way. Fluttershy does not think that way. Fluttershy is a true friend. She does care. This is why she's kind and everything. But she got exactly what she wanted. She was one of the few ponies in this episode who did get exactly what she wanted. But, again, that was the whole point of this, is that, you know, there was, I don't think I can do this anymore. There's just too much to think about in this episode, and I do like that. There's a lot in this episode. There's a lot, even at the very end, where they're summarizing the lesson. There's actually a couple lessons here. It's obviously the main one about, you know, how value is really determined by the person, and that, you know, there are some things you can't place a value on. That this means so much to me personally that I don't know. That lesson's a little bit difficult to peg for me in a way, or at least just describe, at least in this rambling format. Anyway, there was a couple. I mean, the other was, you yeah, that between Rainbow Dash and I knew I was gonna say the wrong pony. I'm terrified of always saying the wrong pony. It's like I said Twilight, but I meant Rainbow Dash. Or in this case, Applejack and Rarity. It's like, they're trying to just like, who's the better friend? Who's the better friend? And it's like Rainbow Dash points out that it's like, you're both awesome friends. It's like you both gave up your stuff for something that your friend was enjoy. That's cool. You're both friends. You're both awesome friends. That's cool. Again, I like that Rainbow was very mature in this episode in a way that she didn't completely lose it. She does lose it, but she's not depressed that she didn't get her book and everything, and that's cool. I like that. All the main six were mature and everything, but they were still funny and enjoyable and in character. I think they were all in character as well, but they even Pinkie Pie was definitely in character. At first I'm thinking, Twilight just wants to sell these books. She wants to get rid of these books. It's like, you're driving a hard bargain. There was an interesting sub-lesson with that as well. That it's like, you know what? You can push the price up too hard. Then eventually everyone's just gonna go away and leave. You know what? Those books aren't worth that much to me. I'm gonna go home. There's a good sub-lesson there. Oh man, this video is getting long and I'm rambling on and I can't focus and I'm just I think this almost certainly warrants a separate video on itself. I think a video just on all the lessons and all the things that are in it, in a way, because there's a lot in it, and I think that's good. But it was still entertaining, it was still enjoyable. There are moments where I'm like, I'm bored, can we move on now? It's like, this was kind of funny for the first few minutes, but this is getting tiresome now. Can we move on? But otherwise, but even so, this was still a good one. It does feel like a classic episode of MLP, but yet they did incorporate Princess Twilight and everything. But it feels right. This episode feels right. Some of the season 4 ones that I think, in a way, have not felt right. They feel like they're adjusting. They're trying to figure things out, as the characters are. And I'm glad that they did have an episode like this where they showed that Princess Twilight is in fact well known, that she is a princess. She does have responsibilities, and she just has to go and do this. And all her friends went along just to, in a way, to support her. Well, sort of. No, they were there for the thing, but it's like they just happened. Twilight was going, so they decided to go along too. So that was cool. And she's dealing with this, she's handling it, she's not cracking under the pressure like she would have it like season 1, and there's just a lot to enjoy and like in this episode, and I like it, and I think I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch it a lot. Yes, and oh dear. So I hope you enjoyed this rambling, confused, I don't know what to say anymore video. Oh dear. And definitely looking forward to future episodes and reacting to them as well, and oh dear. So anyway, yes, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and looking forward to the next one. So anyway, this is Blue Star. Stay strong and pony on. Blue Star out.